Welcome back students. In this video, we are going to learn lesson number 16, Natural Resources. Before we start, let's recall certain things. Now I am sure that you all know that what is meant by natural resources. The resources obtained from the nature and satisfy our needs are called natural resources. Now there are many examples of natural resources like soil, stones, minerals, air, water, plants and animals are all natural resources. We get many substances from nature. They satisfy a variety of our daily needs. Soil, stones, minerals, air, water, plants and animals on the earth are all various kinds of natural resources. Now let's learn about natural resources in the Earth's crust. Already you have learnt about lithosphere, hydrosphere, etc. in your previous classes. The Earth's lithosphere is made up of land and the hard crust beneath it. The lithosphere is not homogeneous but is made up of many types of rocks. Resources in the Earth's crust include minerals, ores, mineral oil and other fuels, rocks, water, elements, etc. Now let's learn about minerals and ores. Minerals and ores are formed by various processes taking place in the environment. The rocks are also formed of minerals. The minerals are obtained by mining. The minerals with higher proportion of some metals are called ores. By extraction and purification, metals are obtained. Metals are mostly available in the form of compounds, but a few like gold, silver, copper, platinum occur in free state. Minerals have specific color, luster, hardness, shape, fractures and streaks. With this characteristic, properties of minerals are identified in nature. Impurities of sand and soil in the ore are called gangue. How are minerals formed? Minerals are formed from the magma in the earth's crust and the lava from the eruption of volcanoes when they cool and get transformed into crystals. Some examples are like magnetite, mica. Minerals are also formed when solid crystals remain behind after the process of evaporation, like halite and gypsum. Minerals get transformed from one form into another due to large changes in temperature and pressure. And the examples are diamond, graphite. Some living organisms produce inorganic minerals, example conches, shells, etc., formed for the protection of the body. And example is shell. So these are the different types how the minerals are formed. Classification of minerals based on their properties. Minerals are classified mainly in three types like non-metal minerals, metal minerals and energy minerals. Now some examples I'll tell you. Non-metal minerals like mica, sulfur, gypsum, potash, graphite, diamond, feldspar. Metal minerals iron, gold, silver, tin, bauxite, manganese, platinum, tungsten. Energy minerals coal, mineral oil, natural gas, etc. Gems and gem-like minerals. Some important minerals like diamond, ruby, sapphire, emerald, zircon are used as gems. Gems are in great demand. Do you know deposits of common salt are also found in the earth? This salt is called rock salt. It is used in food and in some medicines. Now let's learn about some important minerals and ores. First one, iron ore. Iron occurring in the impure state is called iron ore. Iron ore is used to make a variety of articles from pins to heavy machinery, for example farming implements, rails of railway tracks, etc. The four main ores of iron are magnetite, hematite, limonite and siderite. Next is manganese. Manganese occurs in the form of its carbonate, silicate and oxide. Compounds of manganese are used in the preparation of medicines and for giving a pink tinge to glass. Manganese is also used in electrical appliances. Next is bauxite. Bauxite is the most important ore of aluminium. It contains 55% aluminium. Bauxite consists mainly of aluminum oxide. Aluminum is a very good conductor of electricity and heat. Its density is low. Therefore, it is used mainly in aeroplanes, transport vehicles, and to make electric wires. Next is copper. Copper is found in the impure state in the vicinity of iron and other minerals. Copper is a very good conductor of electricity. Therefore, it is used to make electric wires as well as in radios, telephones, vehicles, and for making kitchen utensils and statues. Mica. Mica is a bad conductor of electricity. Its value depends on the thickness of its layers. Mica has many uses such as in Ayurvedic medicines, dyes, electric machines and equipment, wireless communication equipment, etc. So these were the some important minerals and ores and some properties about them. Now let's learn about fuels. Various substances are used in day-to-day life for generating energy. These substances are called fuels. Fuels are found in the solid, liquid or gaseous state. Coal is a very important fuel. Millions of years ago, forests got buried underground as a result of certain natural events. Layers of soil kept getting deposited over them. The very high pressure from above and the heat from the earth's interior slowly transformed the buried plants into fuel. Coal was thus formed from the remains of those plants. That is why coal is said to be the fossil fuel. Coal is found in mines, peat, lignite, bituminous coal, and anthracite are the various types of coal. Anthracite is the coal of the highest grade. Coal is, in a way, a storehouse of carbon. It is burnt to obtain heat energy. Coal is used as fuel. It is used as a fuel in thermal power plants as well as to run boilers and railway engines. Coal is also used as a fuel for cooking and for baking bricks in kilns on a large scale. The gaseous fuels, producer gas and water gas, are obtained from coal. Coal as an energy resource contributes greatly to industrial development. So it's clear that coal is an very important fuel. Now let's learn about the formation of mineral oil and natural gas. Mineral oil. Fossil fuel in liquid form is called mineral oil. The mineral oil is formed by decomposition of organic material buried underground. Millions of years ago, marine organisms sank to the bottom of sea and got covered by sand and mud. Due to high water pressure and temperature, the remains of dead organisms transformed into mineral oils. Mineral oil is found in oil sands, shale, sandstone, and limestone. The oil is extracted by oil wells and carried by pipelines. We obtain fuels in the forms of hydrocarbons from mineral oil. Now, natural gas. Natural gas is found associated with petroleum in underground oil wells. The components of natural gas are methane, ethane, propane, and butane. It is formed from the remains of organisms buried deep underground and subjected to high pressure. Natural gas is carried over long distance by pipelines. In the absence of pipelines and safe transport, it is converted under pressure into compressed natural gas, that is CNG, and liquefied natural gas, that is LNG. So on the screen you can see some characteristics of CNG are given. You have to read it properly and write it in your classwork. Characteristics of LPG are shown on the screen, which you have to read properly and write in your classwork. The demand for fuels has increased greatly due to the rapidly growing population, but the reserves of fossil fuel are limited. It is becoming difficult to meet the increased demand. The likelihood of these reserves getting exhausted is known as the energy crisis. As the reserves of fossil fuels, namely mineral oil and coal, are limited and the demand is increasing, alternative fuels are coming into use. Hydrogen biofuels, methanol or wood alcohol, ethanol or green alcohol are some of the alternative fuels. So, it is time that we seek alternative sources of energy on war footing. So, we have to use all these things very carefully. So, in this way, we have completed the first part of the video for lesson number 16, natural resources. In this part, we have completed mineral resources. In the second part of the video, we shall learn forest resources and ocean resources. Till then, study well, read the lesson carefully and note down all the important points properly. Take care. Thank you.